Hello, you are watching the Restimators. We are on week number 15 in our early retirement journey. Last November, we started a public account with $50,000 and every week we deposit $500. Our goal is to reach $700,000 in 10 years by maintaining a yearly return rate of 15%. Every Monday, we make changes to that account. If you want early access to these transactions, you can sign up for the retirement tracker. Link is in the description. This week, the public account lost about 0.42%, and this was very similar to last week where we were making a lot of money. At some point, we reached $50,000 in the account, going up almost 6.81%. But then this date, it was released that there was going to be an emergency meeting on Monday by the Fed, where likely we would raise interest rates. So we started selling off together with total market and PayPal. But if we look in comparison, we did better than the market, meaning we lost less money than the market did. So if we look 0.42 against 1.67 for the total market index, you can see it was a similar story. It was good until February 10th, and we started selling off after this announcement from the Fed. Going back, our positions did really well, and that's what has helped us stay positive. Alibaba, it went up about 5.24% this week. VALE went up 4.16% this week. And Corsair, leading the market with great earnings, went up 8.72%. It was estimated that Corsair would give an EPS of 0.25 per share and actually came up above that by 10 cents and also beat on the revenue. So one thing to note here, Corsair is one of the most heavily shorted stocks in the market. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a short squeeze when shorts tries to cover this stock, and naturally they have to buy at any price, and that's gonna drive the stock price up. That combined with good earnings, it is the perfect combination for a short squeeze. So it's a great time to enter overall. I'm still down on Corsair by about 5%, but I'm happy with the progress of the public account this week. The one that was leading on a negative way was PayPal, which is sold off again another week by 9.22%. Overall with PayPal, I'm down almost 40% just with the shares, not even counting the money I'm losing with the option contracts that I wrote for PayPal. So combined here, it's almost $8,000 that I'm losing with PayPal, and it's hurting the public account so much. But I'm still bullish with PayPal. I think years from now, this stock price is not going to stay like that. It's leaving so many gaps in the chart. These gaps will be eventually filled on the upside, and we'll recover our money. Of course, the option contracts have an expiration date. So the two that I've got for PayPal, it's the LEAP contract that expires next January of 2023 for the 170 call. That contract itself, I'm losing more than 40%, I believe. So I'm losing 41%, about the $1,000 contract. I've got 3 contracts as of now. And the biggest one is the put credit spread that I've wrote. I'm losing so much money on that contract. I initially got a credit of $2,500, and right now if I want to close this contract, I would have to pay $5,600. So this gap is my profit and loss. In this case, I'm losing $3,000 because if I were to close this, I would have to pay more than I got credit for. I'm almost approaching the max loss for this position, so there's not much risk associated with this position anymore. So I'm gonna keep it and see if I'm gonna roll at some point in the future. I also opened 4 covered calls for VALE. VALE has been running pretty nicely as of late, and I'm starting to see if it would make sense to swap VALE with another holding that has bigger potential. With VALE overall in my position, I went up almost 43%, and given that the market has been selling off and this position is quite good, I've been thinking so many other positions that I could add that have a bigger potential for continuing on the upside than VALE. So here's what I've done. I've wrote a covered call on the $18 strike price. So if that gets exercised, I will be selling VALE for $18. I've got about $200 in credit for this position. And right now I'm still down on that position because it kept going up, but I'm not going to close or roll that over. If by March 18th, VALE is above $18, I would have to sell VALE for that price. And I'm pretty happy to sell because my average price on VALE it's around 12. So I'm researching stocks to buy in case I have to sell VALE. Right now, if it was ending today, I would get all the credit back and I still get to keep the shares because VALE is trading below $18 a share. That's it. Let me show you the whole activity for this week. So not much transactions have happened. I actually wrote the covered call and then got one more contract for the 170 leap for PayPal. I'm looking forward to next week where I'm gonna get 500 deposits, as you know, and I want to take this opportunity to ask you to subscribe and like this video if you've been following us. So the reason I'm asking that is, YouTube shares and shows the video more often if you have lots of subscribers and likes on your videos. So if you've been enjoying this public account and this transparency that I've shown during these couple months, please show your support. It encourages me to keep doing this and post my progress. So show some love and like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.